Hey there guys, in today's video we're going to be doing a review of the Umarex TAC CO2 BB pistol carbine kit. Now this pistol carbine kit is comprised of two parts. First we have the Umarex TAC Converter, as well as the Umarex XBG CO2 pistol. Now the pistol itself is capable of firing .177 caliber steel BBs. This gun will shoot around 410 feet per second and has a 19 round magazine. So right off the bat, one of my favorite things about the Umarex TAC Converter kit is that it houses two guns, the one it comes with as well as an airsoft gun. Now the airsoft gun is not included in this kit. The two pieces that I'm reviewing today are these two. But I did just want to make a note that these two are so similar that they both fit inside the housing of the TAC Converter kit. The only real difference between these two is that the markings are different. On the inside of the magazine it'll tell you if it's shooting .177 caliber BBs or 6mm plastic airsoft pellets. Also, as you can see, there's an orange plastic tip on the airsoft version and nothing on the steel BB version. So now we'll go over some of the features of this kit, starting with the BB pistol and then going on to the TAC Converter. Starting at the front of the gun and moving back, we have a muzzle here. There's the fixed front blade sight as well as the fixed slide. It's not going to blow back, and then the fixed notch sight in the rear. Coming underneath the gun, we have a set of rails here if you want to attach something like a laser sight or a flashlight. I would like to mention that if you put this in the converter kit, this is going to be hidden, and then you'll have an additional set of rails on the outside of the converter kit, so you could put those attachments there. Then we come down to the trigger guard and trigger, and then we have the magazine release just behind that. Pressing this button will release the magazine, allowing you to reload more BBs into it. To load new BBs into the magazine, all you have to do is drag this slide to the back where it'll catch at the bottom. Then at the bottom of the magazine there's a small hole where you can insert BBs. Once the magazine is full of BBs, all you have to do is release this catch at the bottom and you're ready to put it back inside the gun. The back of the grip here lifts up, and this will allow you to insert a new CO2 cartridge into the gun. Once you've added a new CO2 cartridge, you can turn this dial all the way to the right. That will tighten the CO2 cartridge in place as well as pierce it, making the gun ready to fire. The same process can be done to remove a CO2 cartridge. You just do it in reverse, so you turn counterclockwise or to the left. Then flipping the gun over, we also see the safety here. Pushing it towards the front of the gun is safe, and then moving it back, you'll also see it turns red. That'll put it in the ready to fire position. That's about it for the features of the pistol itself, so I'll go ahead and show you guys how to insert it into the TAC Converter kit, as well as show you some of the features of that converter kit itself. To start off, whenever you're inserting a pistol into the converter kit, you want to make sure that the stock is in the folded position. This can be achieved by putting your thumb here and grabbing the rest of the stock with your fingers. Push down with your thumb and lift up on the back of the stock, and then just fold it forward. Doing this will expose a little hole at the back of the converter kit that needs to be opened to insert the pistol and some other pieces that'll hold it in place. Inserting this pistol is pretty easy. You just want to line up the rails with the little slot at the bottom of the converter kit. Then you just want to push forward, make sure it's slid all the way to the front. For the next step, you're going to want to find a piece that looks like this, came with the kit, and then you're going to line up this little peg through the hole that we mentioned earlier. So you're just going to set this on top and then slide it back. Then in this little depression with grooves, you're just going to take your thumb and push forward. Now to secure the piece we just put in place, we're going to find these two holes at the back, take these pins that also come with the kit and insert them from the left hand side. Once these two pins have been put in place, that's all you have to do to keep this gun from moving, and you're all set to go. Now that everything's been inserted, I'll go ahead and show you guys the features of the carbine kit as a whole. This gun can be fired with the folding stock back or folded down, but since I've already shown you guys how to do that, I'll move on to this part of the gun. At the front here we see the muzzle and then the fixed blade sight on top. Then we have 4 sets of rails, one on both sides as well as the top and bottom. At the back of the gun there's a rear notch sight, and this is adjustable for windage but not elevation. Coming down here there's a folding grip which can be folded down by pushing this button and turning it, or just simply flicking it back to the open position. The folding grip can also be removed by pressing these two buttons on either side and then just sliding it off. Also, everything that worked earlier on the pistol works in this converter kit. You can eject the magazine just the same. You can lift up the back of the grip to insert new CO2 cartridges. Then if we flip the gun over, we can also set the safety to on or off. That's going to be about it for the features of this kit, so we're going to go ahead and go outside and start the shooting test. So in today's shooting test, we're going to be using Umarex brand steel BBs, and we're also going to be shooting from a distance of about 30 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the soda cans and we'll get started. Shooting those shaking up cans of soda is something that I'm just never going to get tired of. I love doing this in shooting tests. Overall, I think this gun is really accurate. I did miss one of the shots, but that could be user error on my part. I haven't used this a whole lot, so it just might take some getting used to, but I think it's pretty accurate, easy to use. I guess we'll go ahead and head over to the targets and we can show you guys some of the damage that it did to the cans. So for most of the cans, it's the same story. One clean entrance hole in the front and one clean exit hole in the back. And that's the same up to this can here. Again, the clean entrance hole in the front and the back. But that was also the second shot. The first one, you may have noticed there was a can that I shot that just kind of spun around, stayed on the table. On that first shot, it was a glancing blow, just barely grazed the side, so you can see it tore through the side here, scraped a little bit of aluminum off here. It was staying on until I touched it. And then on this last one, you can actually still hear the BB inside it, and that's because it entered here at the top right and must have just not had enough force to make it out at the top here. Then it probably just spun around and made its way down to the bottom. I think that is going to be about it for today's video though, guys. I really enjoy shooting this gun. If you want to pick it up or any of the other stuff I've mentioned in the video before, I'll have links in the description down below. Earlier in the video, I also mentioned how there's an airsoft pistol that fits into this, so if you want to use this for airsoft purposes, I will link in the description to where you can pick up the Umarex Combat Zone Enforcer. I've also done a review for that airsoft pistol, so if you want to see that video, it'll be at the top on the annotated videos on the right, or if you're looking for more to watch, there'll be 2 more. Links to those videos will also be in the description below. But I think that's going to be it for today's video, so as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.